Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Friday, July 5th, 2019. Today is more of the Angels playthrough in Factorio. Since today is a Friday, the weekly Friday Facts for Factorio was posted. This time it focused on multiplayer and about how they have now fixed an issue with having a couple hundred people all connected onto the same map together, and having people drop out because of oversized packets. So that was interesting. So starting off the day, always checking for more updates. Interestingly enough, I was going through the forums today, looking at the mods, and let's just say Angel is probably not going to have very many more updates by Angel himself. Um, just because of how busy real life is becoming for him at the moment. So where did we leave off? With wanting to set up better conditions on the mining of the crotinium and the stereotype. This is phosphorite, okay. However, I don't know if that's actually what I want to do. I do want to at least break those. I think I want to set up the train for bringing in the fluids that I need for this. If not, just directly route down. Yeah, because why bother? Because I need nitric acid and I need sulfuric acid. The nitric is right here, so I'm pretty sure that the distance between the nitric and the crotinium, this distance, is shorter than sending it over here, all the way down the bus, pumping it into a Jack's tank, then into the fluid wagon, and then training it all the way over to here, and then taking it from the train into the crotinium. Similar with sulfuric. Sulfuric is being made here. How I knew that right off the bat is beyond my own comprehension. So that's a similar situation, but I think this one is technically shorter to bring it over to here, especially since I think I'm already... No, I'm not actually busing any... Well, I am busing all of that already. I should have nitric over here already, as well as sulfuric over here already. They're over here already because it's needed in all of this processing. So, I mean, as inefficient as it is, if I'm already busing it over here, should I really just train it in, or do I just split off and come straight down with it? I think since I can move so quickly, I'm just going to go over and come straight down with it, rather than attempting to train it in. Alternatively, I could just, like, set up a train here and run the train down. I mean, that is also an option available. So, nitric is over here. So this would be as simple as doing this to the nitric. This outpost doesn't seem so far away. now that I can move at the speed of sound. Alright, let's break all of that. Go gadget nanobots. So nitric... Wait, I brought nitric. I need hydrochloric and sulfuric. Nitric is needed for the rubite over here. That's what that's needed for. Maybe I will take it down to the rubite, but I sort of need hydrochloric for this, so sure, let's bring 3 pipes all the way down. That sounds like a great use of my time. Fortunately, hydrochloric is right here. No, that's hydrofluoric. Hydrochloric acid is right here. What? Oh, I went off kilter. Just need to move it over a bit. Alright. So, mining drills. As per usual, I will maximize the actual drills as much as possible. And then square it off with the large area mining drills. Which, of course, I am using a lot more of these. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just a single tile off. Alright, I'd rather just not use any of those and instead make a nice even line there. I could do, like, the whole thing all the way down. Like, I can extend that down, although, technically speaking... Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll do. Of course, hook up these. Wait, that's... Then it's a matter of all of this. Anyway. Remind me to remove these so I don't miss any gaps. Interesting how... Oh right, I need to hook up the fluid. Let's not forget to hook up the fluid. So you, and you. Yeah, that works. Now, just based off of how much crotinium I actually need, I think what I'm really going to do is, say, you know what, let's just not have any of that. And I'm not even going to use this line, so... Give me these back. I wish there was an easy way to remove all modules, like a shortcut that you can hold while clicking on a building to remove all... Actually, if I do... No, right click doesn't do it. Shift right click doesn't do it. Actually, you know what? Slash clear. Next is these guys. Yeah, power. Do what you need. I'm going to run back up. Let's not get hit by a train. I'm going to run back up so I can resupply. I'm going to do this with my wonderful things. You can die. You all can go away. You, and you can all go away. Just cleaning up the inventory a little bit. I don't need to hold on to this stuff anymore, not even the centrifuges. Oh, I am requesting that. You can take that away. That. Ha. Those. Okay, I think that just about solves my inventory issues for now. It restocked my mining drills for me. You know what? I'm going to request 200 of these. I'm going to end up with a lot more than 200 of these. Oh, 215, that's fine. 'Tis fine. Sulfuric acid, wherefore art thou? Right down here. Perfect. Let's not get hit by a train. And in case you weren't here last time, I will mention again that I am no longer running decorations. No longer am I running decorations in the game settings. Just because I have found them to be just a little bit too, shall we say, annoying when dealing with rocks in particular. I think I'm just going to do this and then replace. I think that's the, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, that's fine. Then I'll just put these down. Oh, really? That's out of range. Interesting. That's very interesting. I was expecting to be able to go further out. I can go a lot further out on these, but in the end, I don't think it's gonna matter. See, this is near enough a full. This is near enough a full line of throughput anyway. Makes me wonder, though, if speed is actually more valuable when it's infinite. I mean, I don't think it'll ultimately matter because I'm sort of limited on my throughput to 90 items per second. Oh, I don't need the second. No reason not to do that, I guess. Here, have some useless speed. Then it's just a matter of this for everything to start moving. But then I need the fluids. Fluid dynamics. Let there be fluid. There things go. It's moving! Really? Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess that works. I mean, you have to subtract 50%, so 5 drills is enough to saturate a full green belt. 5 of this. What about this? Yeah, 1-ish is enough, and that saturates a whole green belt. So this is overkill. Like, dramatically overkill. I can't even move that much. Alright, what if I did this correctly? I'm more than willing to redo the whole thing to do things better. Use less resources. So this is not needed. Clearly. Clearly, I don't need to do this like so. Let's put down the mining drill 5. And let's compare, if I fill it with that, having 3 is enough for a full green belt by itself. But for symmetry, I would need 4. And that's just using efficiency. Now, what if I replaced all of these with speed? 1 is enough. Now, what mix of productivity and speed would give me alright, so that, for some reason, that says 24. That says 33, but as soon as I add one of those speed modules... Oh, right, and I have to remember to subtract 50% from this. So 79.04 times 0.75. Yeah, that's more than half. So if I did the same thing there, theoretically, that is an entire yellow belt, not yellow, green belt of throughput. 158.08 times 0.75 is a value greater than 90, to say the least. So, if that's all I need for a green belt, in actuality, and holy crap about, what if I were to beacon instead? You know what? Let's test. Hello. Now I'm pretty sure each one of these is... Yeah. Yep. That's about as I expected. So, just to keep things, balanced, quote-unquote, balanced. Yeah, you are your own thing. Sheesh. So that's 4 lanes. I mean, that's technically way more than I need. Yeah, even the large area is fine. So that's 6. Yep. That's 6. Or no, that's 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Hey. I know I can route this nicer, but hey, that's all of the stuff I will ever need ever. Now to do the same thing here, because I may as well do everything correctly from the start. Okay then, so... That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something tells me that this should be the outside. No, this should be that one. No, this. This should be that one. This should be that one. This should be this one. This should be this one. That should be that one. That should be that one. all that, all that. Land of the glorious bacon. And then it's all a matter of needing fluids. Oh, I went and I covered all your fluid. I covered your fluid inputs. There. There's your 6 each. That is a little hilarious. I need to go and do this with all of the thingies, I think. Every last one of them should look just a little bit like this. I'm full! Let's move! Now, I shouldn't be doing this on the loaders. How does the spacing work out? It's a bit off. Just a bit off. Good luck moving these. I guess I'll leave that for now. Rubite! I will need the line that I was drawing here. Yep, it can start coming over from here. Wherefore art thou, Rubite? Right here. Die for me. Just die today. Come on, grab these. Thank you. Grab all of the things, please. Ugh, this is really, really long, this distance. Might be tempted to go do this one, but anyway. I could do the same exact thing with the coal, too. But I've already got this set up the way that I have this set up, so... Meh. Meh. Now, this Rubite, I can have up to 12. Hey, a tech finished. This is probably gonna be better off if I do this. Why am I doing this manually? Have you seen how many nanobots I have left? Oh right, I have like all of them. So let's do that. Yeah. Use a thing. Use a thing. Go gadget nanobots. Go gadget better power poles. With longer reach. You may be wondering if I actually intend to make 12 lines here of rubite of all things, and of course the answer to that is abso-freaking-lutely yes. Why would I not? That is the even better question. Why would I not, while I'm here, do that thing? Now, I will, of course, go up here and just do a nice little, copy-paste. Go. That's 6. FYI, that's 6. Now, getting the other 6 is going to probably be the issue here. I'm gonna have to replace some with large, or wide angle. Wide area, I should say. What even is that one? Don't know. So, question of the day, can I even get everything out? That is a really good question. So what I think I can do is something like that. Then I can just bring these over the top. Oh, I'm out of belt. Who'd have thunk it that I would have run out of belt? Well, I guess it's time to go on a bit of a hike. Go grab more stuff. Correction, let my nanobots bring me more stuff. And take away a bunch of stuff. Speaking of nanobots... Yay, things. How many have I got going on this network now? Yeah, that's a bit more than I had before. When every single one is a Mark 4 or fusion powered. That makes things excellent. Thank you for all of the things. Let's go back. Don't have 400 on the raw speeds, but I'm fine leaving those guys behind. Let's see, how far down am I going? Not this far, apparently. Okay. remaining belts. Four, 8. $12. Yes, yes, that works. It works! Just let there be glorious, beautiful, wonderful power. And nitric acid. Beautiful, wonderful nitric acid. So now what I get to do is some of this. Wow, I just cannot draw straight. Ever. All the rubite on the planet is now mine. Every single bit of rubite is now mine. I shall be producing for all of eternity all of the rubite. I don't feel like redoing that. I just don't feel like it. I did this properly just so that I could do this properly. I did everything else properly just so that I could do it properly. The next location to go to improve things, quote unquote, is the Bobmonium. The Bobmonium, I think, is the last and final of the main ore types that I am mining that I need to improve in such a way. Because this is, while sufficient for the moment, not going to continue to be sufficient. Fortunately enough, I'm only actually probably going to use a single thingy of this. Hello, red. Please don't throughput limit me to red. Oh gosh, yellows. Yeah, please don't throughput limit me to yellows. That would be awful. As I continue scaling. Why are you not moving? Oh, hello, Protinium. Just gonna say wow and to move on. Okay, so clearly you need to go faster. Go more often, I should say, not faster. Just more is better, I think. More is better. Because I am apparently limited by how much protinium ore is coming in. That is not a good sign. Yeah, everything is now being choked on that protinium. It's a coming back already. Because I'm definitely not lacking for the ore. I'm definitely not lacking on the ore of the protinium. Drain, my lovely, drain! Now that I did that upgrade on the throughput to drain, will it be fully empty by the time it moves? I think it'll just barely not. But it didn't have the full time to work with, so yeah, this ended up being limited essentially by just how much throughput here I had. Okay, that is, as they say, that. Everything is taken care of. Now, this theoretically will be full. Yeah, it's filling up before it even hits the 30-second mark. And then once it comes back in, question really is, do you fully drain? I don't think so. So this should fill up ever so slowly. Train, hurry it up. There you are. Now it's going to offload all of it into here. Just gonna watch as until Critinium reaches 0. I could set a condition to tell it to move as soon as Critinium hits 0. I think I'll do that. Add an item count if the Protinium or equals 0. If it's 0, move, otherwise wait 30 seconds, because it looks like it clears it just before that 30-second mark. Yeah, so now I'm getting Critinium crystals. Oh, looks like I am throughput limited a bit. Let's remove that limitation. Let's not be throughput limited here. That would be a bad idea to be throughput limited. I have auto trash on for the belts that I'm replacing here. That's why it's doing this. That is why. Oh, hello, lead. I am in need of lead, apparently. Enjoy the bacon. I suppose I should, mark for this. For the extra slot for efficiency. Excuse me, productivity. Productivity. Good. Things are backed up. Oh, that's what keeps pulling on the Critinium. It's my whole uranium thing. Operation. Like, are you not full? I still have a lot of used. Like U-238 I can burn through for additional U-235. Might not even need to do any more uranium processing. Where's the oh, there's the beacons. Hey, beacons. Be best. Be best beacons. You know, I've got so much U-238 here, I am tempted to just not do anymore. Fill that. Why not? It's filling so much. I just want to get rid of this uranium fuel cells as well. To the point where I am tempted to just say, hey, let's just make the nuclear fuel and start feeding this with it or something or other. Start using that to feed machines with fuel. And like the trains as well. Feed the trains some nuclear fuel. Okay, now, after all of that nonsense, after spending an hour on all of that, now I have all of the natural gas I could ever desire. I have all of the natural gas, all of it. It is beautiful and wonderful and fantastic. Each individual pump looks like it is pumping out a full throughput pipe. It's glorious. So, our biggest limitation on the speed with which we are completing the game at the moment happens to be as a result of... Ooh, that's going down. Slowly, but it is going down. I have beacons on this stuff. So you are limited by what exactly? Oh, yeah, that one's limited by how fast it can poop out the things. Who knew I would be limited by how fast I could poop out the stuff. This is apparently processing all of it. Yeah, by itself. I don't even need any other machine processing wastewater, because I'm pretty sure I'm not making more than full throughput of the wastewater. Sulfuric wastewater. So, how you doing? Ah, you're full again. Yay! It's full again. Yeah, and something tells me that this alone is able to process all of the sulfur as it comes out. It's just so sad that these don't use efficiency. I would like efficient sulfur production, thanks. But no. No, it's not going to be that way for me. Anyhoozle. What else is dying? Because I'm pretty sure stuff is gonna start dying on me. Yeah, hydrochloric is dying on me. Enjoy the bacon. Yep, 321, 322, 323. Yeah, that's going up a lot. Ooh, not enough hydrogen. Oh, right, because this is sort of pulling in a lot of hydrogen by itself. That makes those basically superfluous. It's full! That means this is filling. That means this is only limited by ammonia. That is good. I am happy that that is only limited by ammonia. Now this is going down, but as soon as this is full, this should start backing up again. Alternatively, more hydrogen. Okay, I know how counterintuitive this is, but I may actually start sending solid sodium hydroxide back into liquid at some point. I don't know. It's an idea. It's an idea at the least. Still have enough of this. I still have enough of those. That makes me happy. How is everything else faring? Probably gonna be limited on the, things. The speed with which my inserters move. Nah, it looks okay, actually. They don't get too big of a bonus from what it looks like. You're producing 378. Yeah, I would have to, I would be forced to beacon. Being forced to beacon is fine. Beacon! Wonderful, glorious, pretty beacon! Bacon! Bacon! Beautiful bacon! Oh, now I'm definitely limited by how quickly these things can poop out the stuff. That's a little bit more than a red belt in throughput, but I think we'll be fine. It'll be fine, right? Right? I happen to need this for the iron. So if there's a limit on iron and steel, it's because of this being lacking. This one's fine. This one is 7, 8, 9, slowly increasing. Although, I absolutely want to start the barreling operations. Nitric is fine. Lots of hydrazine. You are being limited. Oh, you are full? Question mark? My operations are full? You are waiting exclusively for satellites. What is limiting my satellites? My things here, which is limited by those, which is limited by steel. Why no steel? Steel is being massively used by absolutely everything, isn't it? Okay, I know what needs to be scaled next. Oh, is the rest of this all green? Good. Good, it's all green. So let's head on over and start getting even more crazy on the steel line. Although, if I'm bringing in... That's... I have a blue somewhere. Aha! Aha! I knew it. I knew it. I knew I had a blue somewhere. Just by how that looked, I could tell that there was a problem. A problem. Now, speaking of which, these should be outputting way more than they are. Please empty. Why is it not emptying? Partly because that is more than a single lane. So now it's drained. So now I'm not limited there. Okay, Mark IV equipment is going to be needing additional these. Might need to start doing strand casting. Isn't that going to be interesting? Strand casting on the steel. I don't know if that gives any efficiency increase or if that's just purely a belt compression technique. If it's exclusively belt compression. Titanium! Give me the titanium. Just getting rid of the old, previous mark items. That's what I'm up to here, my master plan. I see I have 7 of these. Excellent. Can you use these? No, you can't. That's so very sad. And that doesn't make sense either. Why would these not allow productivity when these, for plates, can have productivity? Huh. Or maybe... Oh, you know what it is? I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's that the uncoiling can have productivity. Wherever I have uncoiling going on of any type, where are you? Where? Here. Yes, these take productivity, and that's how you get more stuff out of it. Okay. That is fine. That works perfectly. So, strand casting machines. Yeah, that would help. Having additional speed on your inserters. Nice how I got so sidetracked there. I was going to hook this up, upgrade this to Mark IV, but theoretically, I don't know why it's not... Oh, that explains it. Hello. That explains my issue. You actually need more than... You need, like, all of the coke, which is problematic, to say the least. If I wanted to properly feed this, it would need a lot more coke. Alright, and then this, it's the same deal. Needs way more. And then it's a lack of oxygen. However, I am now truly getting the full throughput here. So it probably doesn't matter. I'm getting the true throughput there. And if I really wanted oxygen... Like, if I really wanted oxygen here... Where is it? What do I need? Hey! Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. 2, 3... Probably only really need 1, but... Anyway, then I've got plenty of those. And then how many of these do I have? Plenty. So there's this thing that you can do. If you need oxygen and have the ability to use bacon. Oh yeah, the this is very efficient if I needed more sulfur. So, let's speed that up a little bit. Just a little bit. And then do some oxygen production out of it. Now, you may be wondering, well, this makes by itself 280, and this will consume 162.5. If I just stick a thingy in, it starts consuming way more than what this thing is making. It won't matter in the end anyway. It won't actually matter in the end. Trust me on this. That. If that's actually enough as it stands, that should be fine. Doink, 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 doink. Yeah, that will void out a full... I don't need these. So welcome to the land of oxygen. Oxygen. I now have enough oxygen and I should have way more than enough stuff here. So, oxygen! I might want to, like, copy that. Just as, like, a little bit of an FYI, I may want that. Partly because there's this stuff known as ammonia that I need a lot of, specifically here. Now, ammonia is a catalyst reaction, I think. Yes, ammonia is a red metal catalyst reaction, which is unfortunate. Wait, you're not... You don't need to be there. Hydrogen and nitrogen. If I really wanted hydrogen... What could I do? If I really, really, really wanted hydrogen... What is a good way of doing that? That's easy. I don't think there's a particularly wonderful way of getting hydrogen. Outside of the standard electrolysis stuff. Which I could do, mind you. I could do it. This is twice as fast, by the way, that uses the electrodes. The issue being that you need water in, and you get limited by the throughput on the water, so... Okay, time to do the thing. This will mean that I need a location. Ew! Reds! What are reds doing on a very important part of my belt? My bus. Reds, yeah, need to die. Horrible, horrible deaths. As the cat is having issues behind me. Okay. You're being beaconed? Yes, yes. It is being beaconed. And that is the problem. Yeah. Do I have another iron coming in? I do have another iron. My purple science is so incredibly important. And yet it's being incredibly limited by this in particular. Just due to how much iron it needs. Wow. So if I look at... Sheesh. Yeah. It will suck as much iron as I throw at it. Is, the key here. That is the key here. It will suck as much as I throw at it. It may be time to start new iron production. Because this is my bottleneck right now, in terms of how quickly my science is moving. So it is time to rethink some things. So, iron does have apparently rod stacks are a thing. But there are sheet coils that I could use. But again, that's just a matter of compression being a thing. Let's get that going. Now these aren't being fed because this isn't getting any iron because I'm feeding in all of that there. Fortunately, this will back up. That is the saving grace here, is that this will now be backed up. But I'm probably going to suffer a similar situation on this here. So, yes, I will now focus on I will do the same thing, I guess, with the thing here. I hope I got this spacing right. So now this will exclusively feed these. Granted, I don't even think I need these. I can just request stuff. But, yeah, this ultimately will mean more gets sent into the downstream stuff. I'm relying more on my bots because of this, for reference. And this means quite a bit more things, actually. Apparently the throughput on the BEBs isn't high enough. Go gadget BEBs. Wow, even then, the BEBs isn't enough. Because it's only one lane, and together they're taking 98.93 of a turbo of a purple belt, so that is... like, 90 per second is these ultimate transport belts, so that is more than a lane. But it looks like we've got some backup there. Right up there. On that front. And it looks like we've got some backup here in terms of how much per second's coming in. That is pretty nice, but it should be overflowing. I guess it's coming in at exactly, like, really close to 90 per second. Oh, no more backup. Oh wells. Now we are, of course, back to being limited by the urn. The urn! Okay, what if I were to stop on this? Completely. And just say that you are getting gears. A whole bunch. Just bring me all my gears. Because I'm making gears. I have a lot of gears. As I said, I have a lot of gears. Already stockpiled. So let's use what I'm making downstream. Oh, right. bust that open too. Uh... And there she blows. Probably don't even need two. Now that I'm thinking about it. Probably, if I'm buffing this well enough, shouldn't even need two. If I'm just concerned with one, that is less than a lane, so now it's just being naughty on me. Give me things. Yeah, see, it's still, for some reason, it's as if the throughput isn't fully 90 per second, even though I am pretty sure it is. Because I'm not seeing any real separation anywhere. Anyway, moving right along. That's probably about as good as this is going to get, by the way. Just as an FYI. Also, you are being only limited due to that. Which is fine. Look at how much we're backing up. Look at how much we're limited by steel, actually. My goodness. Like, aren't you Ah, that would explain it. It's only one lane coming in, and it requires way more than a single lane. But, anyway. That, as they say, is pretty much that. I am tempted here to cut this to one and use loaders. Just exclusively use loaders. And I think I will do that. One for steel, one for the other stuff. No, you need to be going in. Thanks. You all can die. So that's those. That just leaves the actual output. Alright, so you are still limited by steel, but it's better this way. Trust me, it's better this way. We're better off than we were before. Now to completely redo things. All the way back at steel. And by completely redo things, at steel and at iron, I mean I'm going to start to focus a heck of a lot more on the doohickeys. On the doohickeys! Yes, my beautiful robots. So, as you may have come to realize, my setup here is producing just a little bit more than a full throughput green belt, a single full throughput green belt. In fact, 8 of these produce almost 1.5. Like, that's in that 1.5 range. Granted, I'm not actually consuming all of it, but I'm consuming enough of it such that if I want more, if I truly desire more, I'm going to have to not have this arrangement. This arrangement does not work. At least not anymore. I don't think I need mineralized water like this at all. Just straight up. So, here's the thing that can be done. Whoops. This is also going to require a lot more of this, isn't it? A lot more fuel. Although, right now, I guess my desire is iron over anything else. So, if I want the iron, I would do so via T3. This isn't gonna split off here. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start like making a absolute ton of the stuff and beacon the hell out of it to the point where I'll have way more than I'll ever be able to properly utilize. I should not do this anywhere near these. Now you may be wondering, well, if you're not going to do it there, where are you going to do it? I will do this. Oh, right. Power. Power is needed. That would be ideal. An ideal thing to have. I'm gonna do this, like, right over here. Sure. You're gonna make iron, you're gonna be efficient about it, and you're gonna be the best there ever is, was, and will be at doing it. Yeah, that influences that, but that's not gonna matter at all. So you make, by yourself, a bit of iron. Uh, Fastest I can transfer out of this is at 90 per second. So if I do 1369.28 divided by 90, that's 15. So clearly I'm not going to have 15 outputs, especially when I need a whole bunch of inputs. So let's scale this to not that much. I said not that much. 234 is 2.5. This is better. Why is this better? Because this allows for 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. So 222 or 221 on inputs, and then that's like 10 out. So that's 7, 8, 9. I guess 9 is what I'll actually end up with. So then da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da. But get this, this is the next crazy part. This is where things start getting crazy. As I can actually start doing the next processing right next door. But it is time to take a brief break. Yep, time to stretch the legs and use the restroom and all of that. I shall be back shortly where we will continue to go crazy on this iron. I will be back shortly. I have returned from the break. Just making sure that everything looks okay. And let's get back to it, shall we? So, this is a thing. Yeah. I need... This is the tab. I need you. I need you. And I need you. It's already made ore. Oh boy. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Gonna be good. So... I can, totally do this, right? Request the iron ore. All of the iron ore. This will probably not stay this way for reference. Yeah, this is really, really not good. This is like really, really not good. So you're able to bring in at 270 per second, so if I put a beacon down, one beacon is up to 82. That brings me to 255. That brings me over the 270. That brings it for 180 out. That would be 313 out. $313.2. That is for... Yeah, that's a little over 4. So that's fine. Going into a thing. Now you are going to need to consume 313. Where did I go? Well, really, it's 270. That looks like it's half, right? So 270 over 2. Oh, hello, you aren't... This will be 270 in. So as long as it can process at least 270 in. It's 270 in, and then it's... $270 over 3 times 4, 360 even out, so as long as you by yourself are able to process 360 units. Wait. Of thingies. One more. There. As long as you're able to process 360 thingies, you then need... I'm going to assume that that is a full 90 per second on each of those. This will be limestone. Why is limestone not on this page? Limestone, limestone, limestone. Here. All of that. You will take in coke. All of it. And then you output... So 360 over 8 times 24. So 1080 divided by 90 is 12. 12. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's iron ingots for ya. Lots and lots of iron ingots for ya. Next, it's the induction furnace. And this is where the induction furnace is about to get really fun. This guy will be making which recipe? I have options now. So I've got... I should be siphoning off some cobalt ingots somewhere. In order to to properly do this at scale, I might not do the increased recipes here. I don't think I'll do that. As nice as they are, I will stick with this. Now, this is going to be limited on its output. It may say 14 or 4410, it may say that, but that is a lie. It is 1200. 1200. That's what that actually is in all actuality, because fluid mechanics. Because fluid mechanics. Granted, if I put a barreling pump here and was like, hey, where is molten? Oh, you can't even barrel molten fluids. I guess that sorta makes sense. In a way, why would you be able to barrel an extremely hot molten thing? Oh well. So I have to treat this as 1200. I said I was producing 1080, so if I look at this, it's 1 to 10. Yeah. 10 molten per. So, yeah, that means this will do 120 each. $120 each. So 1080 divided by 120, that's 9. That is 9, baby. Actually, I don't know how the throughput would work if I were to do, for example, this. If I were to do this, would that operate at full efficiency? Maybe. Maybe. I would need to speed up, well, everything, but I would need to speed up this without speeding up the other thing. Gosh, even with that much of a speed up, it's not even remotely close. $46, $98, $26, $22. About $2,000 off, and I'm already influencing other buildings because of it. You will need some speed up for yourself either way, but what I'm trying to do is not have oh well, I'll manage. I shall manage. This isn't even enough. Wonderful. Wonderful, wunderbar, he exclaimed with great relish. Speaking of which, doink doink, doink doink. That did slow this down briefly, but when you're looking at 731, we have reached the realm of absurdity. We're beyond the realm of absurdity, actually. We are well beyond the realm of absurdity. Such that there's no actual point in this anymore. There's no actual point in that. Let's... Sure, do... a thing. It's not really gonna help too much. Considering I need... Was I really... Oh yeah, I am, because I was buffering coke. I'm not buffering the limestone, though. Hey, guess what? Let's buffer limestone. Let's see. Limestone. Yeah, buffer. You are skipping tiles. There you go. More tiles. More tiles. To make sure to fix that contamination, because that was the very definition of contamination right there. Alright, this will go all the way back to where it's being produced, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I don't use this anywhere. Yes. Ooh, I get to do a thing. That's the thing. Still need more speed? Still interested in speed? Well, I've got you covered there. Interested in more speed, are we? Water? Guess I need more water. I just wanted to make sure I was far enough away. Off we go! 158 satellites launched. I just want to throw that out there. Point that out. 158 sats. Need over 2 million on the space science as an FYI, and I think it's 1,000 units of science per launch. So 2 million divided by 1,000, that's 2,000 launches required. If that's how that works. Because need to make sure that both those, and then FTL theory. The last one is 2 mil, and it requires space science pack, as you can see. So that's going to be a thing. Wait, I need to pick up Energy Shield 6. And there's good reason why I need to pick up Energy Shield 6. It's because one of these that I have gotten so the fusion reactor, I should note, requires 100 of the portable fusion reactors Mark IVs. The life support is stuff I already have. This is stuff I already have. This is stuff I already have. But this one, you have the option of Energy Shield Mark 6 or a bunch of modules and Mark IIIs. I can't even make the Mark III energy shields right now, so that's why I need these techs. That is why I need these techs, because I need it for the protection field tech. That's stuff I have. This is... I need to make the assembly robots, but they're only actually used for those. I would need solar panel Ls on the Mark IIIs. Otherwise, I'm making the other stuff already. I'm making all of that already. And yeah, that's fine. That works. She works! She's working. But before I go any further, I should probably, you know, do a little bit of automation on this stuff over here. Where are you? You. And this can be just fine. Doesn't need much anything else. Now that said, how many of these? How many of these? 100. What's a stack size of these? Stack size 20. So 5. And that will be that. So as it turns out, I might want to have a bit bigger of a buffer of all of those. Okay. So, yeah, about the iron. It is no longer buffered down there. There is a way around this. There is a way around this, and that is... Well, theoretically speaking, the robots move fast enough to be more efficient than having those lanes anyway. If I look at... If I can find a thingy, I can see, hey, I've got robots that are idle. I've got idle bots. So that's fine, right? Yeah, that's actually fine. Why are you not... Why are you, like, stopping? What's with the gaps in the, stuff here? What is with those gaps? I see gaps. I hate gaps. Why are there gaps? Oh, right. And then I also have to do... I have to do things like... because you just don't... Oh, hello. Do I have a... liquefier that's higher tier? Then output, output, output. There it goes. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. There it goes. Welcome to Ridiculousville. Want to be even more ridiculous? We're about to get even more ridiculous. Is that even possible? Can we get more ridiculous than we already are? Yes, we can. Challenge accepted. So, there's this. Yeah, let's ignore that. And go with... What am I missing here? Carbide plates. Doot 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 doot. So... Remember how I have all of this coal coming in? How I have 2 lanes of coal? Yeah, about that. How does this actually look? Because I'm pretty sure that I can do something a little bit like this. And a little bit like this. And a little bit like this into that. So how much do you produce? 139.2, 84.8, close enough. Close enough. So that's a thing. And you need in enough. So, yeah. Oh, right. That said 4. This is only 1. So 34.8. Yeah, let's, do. Time for some crispy bacon. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, it's now producing more than 90. So, that shouldn't have been there. So, how's it going? How you draining? You're draining fine. Are you filling? That is the question of the day. Are you going to be full? Yes, you are. Interesting. Even with how much this is pulling in and pooping out. Good. That's that. Next. I am going to need a provider silo. Say hello to my provider silo. So, I'm also going to want a provider silo here. Stupid fly is bothering me. And if the reason hasn't become clear by now, the biggest issue is dealing with the freaking stupid BS that is the crushed stone. But if I grab one of these, that should be fine. Okay, so I can theoretically place these anywhere. I think I'm going to keep things about as close as I can within reason. So, boink, and boink. That, and that, and that, and that. 1, and 1, and bacon, bacon, bacon. And power, and 92 point... Wait, what? There it goes. That's 207. Yeah, that's a fair bit. That's 4 in. I'm gonna focus on 3 in for now. This is where it's gonna get a little tricksy. Whoops, do not send that in. So, this is going to make crushed. How am I going to deal with the crushed? So, as it turns out, these things have filters. Loaders have filters. At least these loaders do, anyway. So I can put down wherever the heck I've got my thingy here. Oh, and you will take in purified water, won't you? That's going to hurt, actually. I want to just... remove that crushed stone as best as I can. But I won't be able to do anything with the resulting stones if I were to convert to stone. I'm thinking of how I want to... Alright, what's the per second? So 2 out. Making sure that I filter by only crushed stone. Into the liquefier. Turning it into mineralized. It needs regular water, and that is fine by me. Oh, and it's getting beaconed out the rear as well, so it will definitely be able to take in enough. Oh, and it also requires a requisite amount of water. 100 units per unit. No, 10 units per unit of stone, and if I have... So if I have 161 units... Oh. That's gonna be more water than a pipe can take in. Of course it is. I think we're gonna have our first instance of barreling. I needed to set this up anyway, so... Let's see here. This will be water unbarreling. It will, of course, be... Now, a water barrel is... Yeah, you're gonna need to be fast. Thanks. You're going to need to be really fast, thanks. Yeah, that's enough. It's 50 units of water per barrel, so if I divide... This is going to end up being... at max... 320-ish. So 32... Let's say... if I do 1200 by 3600. If I do 3600 divided by 50, that is 72 barrels per second required. 72 barrels is less than 90. Per second, so that theoretically works. What I just don't know is what the throughput is like on a direct connection like this. So, this is going to be a test of fluid mechanics, ultimately. Is this able to output enough fluid? That is the question. So, in order to actually do barreling, I'm going to need barrels. You could also see that I have apparently all of the iron on the planet. The throughput is 83 something percent. 83 something percent of what? I mean, it's of what? Of the production of the barreler? Or of some specific value? Of 100%. Again, without knowing the actual hard number that a percentage is based off of. Anyway, I need some of... Where are they? These. Actually, there needs to be some bit of a gap because I need the barrelers. Seriously? Seriously? Of course, the 3 locations that I have chosen don't work. Alright, I just have way too much in my inventory here. You, and you had all better work for me. Barreling machines. You are going to fill with water. This water. These each are only going to be, well, they're going to scale to be 1200 per second. Because that's the max on those. They're going to go into their own little chests. I need a thingy and a thingy. And they are going to need barrels. No, you're going inputs. So they're going to request barrels. That just means I have to actually set up proper barrels. Okay, so I don't use the circuit network very often, but when I do it for barrels. If I can find where I am actually making my wire. I'm going to need, yeah, warehouse is fine. Provider warehouse is fine. I'm also going to want... Do I want it to be a provider or a buffer? I want it to be a buffer warehouse. I can find this. I want it to be a buffer warehouse, and the reason I want this to be a buffer warehouse is so that I can send all of the empty barrels back here that are in excess. So all of the excess empty barrels can come back here. Empty barrels, all of them. And then I will set up this machine further back. You are going to actually make the barrels. Oh, thank goodness. I am happy about that, because this uses steel of all things. Aw, one tile off. Steel, glorious steel. Now, I'm going to say, if... So here's what's gonna happen. Right, I need a thingy, decider, combinator, wherever the heck they are. I need to grab a little bit of copper. Okay. Right, I usually do this by connecting it to... Oh, I can make a, I know what I can do. I can set up a power switch. Yeah. I can set up a power switch and cut the power to the substation So the power switch, if I actually know how to use these, I will need to remember how to properly mechanic. Where are the dang copper thingies? You. So it's you. Where can you reach, power switch? In case you didn't know this about copper wire, where did it go? Highlight. There. Are you joking? Fine. You know what? I'll just make a power pole. And if I can remember the button combo, should be in controls. Where is shift left mouse button? Get the red wire. State on. You are going to attach to there. So, now, oh wait, I think I've messed this up already. But if so, I should be getting a signal that is barrels, so 1.5K. This needs to be enabled if whatever signal is being sent, if go is greater than 0, enable. So output go if barrels is greater or is less than 5, let's say 8,000, and output a 1. So then if this is greater than 0, that should turn on. But in order for it to actually output, it needs electricity, doesn't it? So this needs to be on that side. Stupid construction bots took it away, and now I have to wait on the construction bot, or just build more. Or just build more. Red signal. So the signal should still get... What is the reach? There. Okay, so... Then get the wire That's not even remotely close to being correct. Just shift click. Said shift click. Kill the things. Kill all of the wire cables. Speaking of cables. Okay, so there are 1.8K. If that is less than that, output that. Input signals, output signal. Enable, disable. If that is greater than 0, be on. Ta-da! Hello, basics of basic. The most basics of basics of using the circuit network. So, now, what does one have to do? Well, I have to go up here and I have to say request from buffer on all of those. And then I have to come down here, all the way down here, and say that I also need an output into an active provider. And then I need, of course, a clarifier. With all the speed. Then I need to do something with the actual output. Stupid things. Needs all the stuff. Well, it sure seems to be taking in all of the crushed ore, so I think... that this actually works. Oddly enough, this actually works. Don't ask me how this works. This just happens to work. Excuse me, why are you... Didn't I shift right click, shift left click on those? stuff. I don't really even care anymore. Give those. And we're moving. You're apparently moving at less than 90 per second. Why? So does 270 result in less than 90? Anywho, there's still one more thing. There's still one more thing. Do you know what that one more thing is? I'll give you a little hint. In the last 2 minutes of today's stream, maybe I'll go a couple minutes more, I need to set up the stuff and things here. So, I'm just going to, make a little room. And this is going to be so very stupid. But whatever works, works. It's going to use all of my mineral sludge. Every single bit of it. In order to do this. But it's going to give me all of the stuff I could need. See how quick that was? It's not even one yet. We've still got another minute. And all of my wonderful dudes are all flying off, taking away the various things. And you can also see that, yeah, this alone is giving all of the stuff that I need on that front. So, with that, what happened today? Scale that has been unprecedented to this point. So, I started off by vastly improving my outputs of ores down here, protinium and stereotyte. I then came over here and did the same thing with rubite, doing infinite mining, and I then came up here and did the same thing with bobmonium, although I only really need the one input on that bobmonium line at the moment. Then I decided, hey, let's look at purple science and decide what to do about the purple science situation, because purple science has been incredibly limiting. It looks like it's not limiting anymore. By the way, it looks like the purple science isn't what's limiting anymore. What even is? Red, because it doesn't have any iron coming in, because I am a dummy. And I'm not sending iron down the line here. Let's fix this. There's an easy fix to this. Somewhat easy fix to this. And that is just to go here and say, hey, give me all of your iron. And this is technically cyclical. Please ignore. Please ignore how cyclical this is. Because it's just going to get to the end, which is going to be passive provider chests, which are going to then send it right on back into this. So, yeah! About that, see? So... I decided to scale up Purple Science. Purple Science was incredibly limited by the iron and steel inputs. Incredibly limited by iron and steel inputs. So I decided, you know what? I think that I am just going to do wonderful, glorious things. What are you limited by? Green? No. What is this? Even pink? Why are you limited by pink now? I don't even. Things will crop up after doing other things. So in the end I decided, you know what? I'm so limited by iron. Let's just go nuts with iron. Let's just go completely insane on iron and just make the ultimate iron sorting machine and build the infrastructure to feed such a machine, and then feed into it all of that and all of this, which, yeah, this can actually feed a lot more than what this is outputting. Just an FYI on that front. This is fine for iron, but just you wait for when I set up steel out of this when next we meet. Because I'm pretty sure this should be able to feed steel just fine. The issue with steel, of course, being it's gonna need some oxygen. Some oxygen. Oxygen is required. So I will be concerned with setting up all of that next time. So I hope things have been... Oh, and of course, at the end here, I have officially started barreling. Started doing fluid barreling, and it's being done through the power of robots and through the power of a combinator system, because this is just how it's done. This is a little bit different from how I've done it before, because ultimately what you can do is, if you're not using loaders, you can hook up to a inserter, and you can tell the inserter whether or not to shove things into the warehouse. But once I hit 8,000 stored in the warehouse, that's with subtracting everything else that's currently floating around in the system. I say, if you're more than 8,000, stop making any more barrels. And by stopping, what I really am saying here is cut the power. If we have more than 8K, cut the power going into this substation that's powering this. Just cut it completely. And theoretically, that should be very functional. Very, very functional. And yeah, so with that, again, I would like to thank you all for watching. Scale continues. I will be back on Sunday with more of the Pyanodons playthrough. And I will, of course, return on Monday with even more of our Angels playthrough here as I continue the scaling of everything. Absolutely everything. What even is this? What's this supposed to be? And why is it broken? Up. Up. Batteries. Batteries. Missing. Lead? Lead. What happened to lead? Oh. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. So, again, thank you all for watching. I will be back, eventually. Uh, Sunday with Panadons, Monday with Angels. I hope to see you all then.